Brilliance Audio presents the unabridged recording of A Farewell to Justice, Jim Garrison, JFK's Assassination, and the Case That Should Have Changed History, by Joan Mellen, performed by Joyce Bean. He has abandoned his life to understanding that moment in Dallas, the 7 seconds that broke the back of the American century. Don DeLillo, Libra. Preface. I began with a biography of Jim Garrison, flamboyant district attorney of Orleans Parish, Louisiana, a Don Quixote in a 3-piece suit, and emerged with my own investigation into the murder of President John F. Kennedy. As a DA, Garrison was daring, a reformed Democrat and civil libertarian. What catapulted him onto the stage of history, however, was not his liberal approach to crime, but his discovery that the planning and a good part of the implementation of the assassination of the president occurred not in Dallas, Texas, but in Louisiana. The cover-up began in the tiny rural towns of Clinton and Jackson, north of Baton Rouge. The release in the 1990s of thousands of documents, most from the CIA and FBI, has established the truth of Garrison's lone cry in the wilderness. To the moment of his death in 1992, Garrison was persuaded that the CIA, the same team that had overthrown President Arbenz of Guatemala in 1954, among them Lawrence Houston, Richard Helms, and David Atlee Phillips, had planned the assassination, and then, with the assistance of the FBI, attempted to cover its traces, not always successfully. Kerry Thornley, the Marine Corps buddy of Lee Harvey Oswald, who told the Warren Commission that Oswald was a Marxist, turned out himself to have been a CIA employee trained, according to a CIA document, in Washington, D.C. in chemical and biological warfare. Garrison's chief suspect, Clay Shaw, was a CIA operative who, as a director of the Centro Mondiale Commerciale in Rome, joined fellow agents like Ferenc Nagy, who since 1948 had worked for the CIA under the direction of Assistant Director of Central Intelligence Frank Wisner. Despite his denials, Shaw knew Oswald's mentor, David Ferry, so well that he co-signed a loan for him a week before the assassination so that...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?